Hey, show us your hands. Show us your hands right now, passenger. Show me your hands!
Hands!
Show me your hands! Show us your hands! Is there anybody in the back seat?
I don't see anyone.
With a compilation of body cam, dash cam, and police scanner evidence, this will probably be one of the most unconstitutional, bizarre, and conspiratorial traffic stops you've ever seen. And that is putting it lightly.
Passenger's not complying. Both hands, passenger, both hands.
You guys do not comply. We'll send the canine. Hands over your head.
He's got something on his right.
Driver, turn your left. Driver, turn your left now.
Sir, if you guys don't comply, we'll send the canine. We don't want to have to do that. Grab the back of your sweatshirt, pull it up so we can see your waistband. There you go. No.
Stay tuned, because you're not going to want to miss this.
Here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
So here's the deal.
Here's the deal. So here's the deal.
But here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
Well, here's the deal.
But here's the deal.
So here's the deal.
And here's the deal.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal.
Because here's the deal.
Here's the deal. Either give me your ID or you go to jail. How about that?
Catch me outside. How about that?
How about that?
How about that?
Here's the deal.
Welcome back to the Here's the Deal channel. One of our fellow Americans set up a bait car to see if he could catch cops violating their oath of office, as those cops violate the rights of other Americans. And boy, did those cops take the bait. And I mean every single one of them. And before we get into it, I want to tip my hat to today's sponsor. The sponsor for this video is Virtual Shield VPN. Stay with me, guys, because I get it. A lot of people get up there and pitch their products and services, but the only ones you'll ever hear me recommend are the ones that I personally use and am impressed with. And I've been using Virtual Shield for years, even before they sponsored me. Now, I don't like being spied on by anybody, not by my internet service provider, and definitely not by my government. But the only way to safeguard yourself against being spied on is to become invisible. But it's more than that. You got to hide your identity, your activity, and your location while you're online. With Virtual Shield, they, whoever they is, or is that whoever they are, won't know who you are, what you're doing, or where you're located. You can even manually change your ping location to anywhere on the planet. Right now, I'm in Australia. Oh, now I'm in Japan. Now I'm pinging from Germany. Go to virtualshield.com/here's the deal and you'll get 73% off. The link is in the description. Now, let's get into the video.
What's up, everybody? Check this out. I just passed this cop named Salazar there. He's that back cop car. When I drove by, we looked at each other, and so he seen me in this car. We're driving down the road, and here he comes up behind us. Me and this cop have a little history together. He's going to be pulling up next to us here in a minute and pass us on by, and he looks over at me again. And then a couple hours later, we're driving down the road, and watch over here to the right. We're getting ready past Starbucks right here. There's some cops hiding over there in the dark. That's Salazar in the front. He already seen what I was driving. So he comes after us. What's he gonna do? Is he gonna make up some probable cause, some reasonable articulated suspicion? I don't know. What do you guys think? When you're in this type of situation, you just, and that once we realize, hey, these cops pulled out right behind us. What the heck? The key is to not give them any reason to pull you over. So we, basically lock it on cruise control. Here we're going to turn into this parking lot area and, see if they follow us or what. And They're following. Here they come. That far cop crosses over the line. It's like, oh, are you stalking us or what? If you see my other videos in the bait car, you know, what we do is we drive around, follow all laws, make sure to, you know, go out of our way not to commit any crimes, infractions, no ordinance violations. You know, we don't give them any reason at all. So there's one of them back there circling back to the left. He's going to be turning around and coming out here just shortly. And the other one's on down, about a block down at the next entrance, and he's pulling out. So right now they're both pulling out almost at the same time. There's one all the way down that just pulled out, and then, of course, this one right here. This is what cops do to people. There's another one there, too. So now we got 3 of them there. So now we got 3 cops following us. For I don't know why. We're not suspected of committing crimes. We're not being suspicious. We're not doing anything. We're in just a plain old, you know, average SUV. Nothing fancy. Nothing old and junky either. You know, which is typically primary targets.
I think there's at least 2 in it.
You want to just try consensual here?
Like, I'll be just south of it in case it leaves.
So now we got Salazar straight over in the parking lot. We got this Officer Surveys over here just going to the right. We're just like, if you're going to pull us over, come get us. You know, why are you following us like this? This is crazy.
They're pulling right back out onto the roadway. They're just trying to avoid contact. They're going to go north on Earl.
Actually, we were pulling over to see if you were interested in a consensual conversation or something, instead of just following us like weirdos. You know, and at this time, this cop knows it's me, and he's been trying for a long time to stop me from recording him, because I made many videos of him just mistreating people. It's ridiculous.
They're almost to Union. They're going to end up going west on Union, 417.
So this cop and one of his buddies, they he tries to get a restraining order against me to stop me from recording him, and they go to court and they lie under oath.
Left.
What's up, everybody? I'm being stalked and followed by Salazar. He's got a protection order against me, and he's been stalking me and following me, and he's doing it right now.
Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Appreciate it. So he goes to court, and him and this other cop, they go and they lie under oath, and they say that I was live streaming, driving around one day, and I was in a small town outside of Lafayette, Indiana, which is where this is, and I happened to go to Shannon Hoon's graveyard. He was with Blind Melon, a music group back in the day, and I was live and driving down this road, and I'm like, oh, Lafayette cop must live here or something, because there was a cop car parked out in front of this house. But they went into court and said, oh, that I said, this is where Salazar lives, and we ought to go do something or something. I don't know. I can't remember. But, yeah, basically made up some crap to get a protection order. And normally you're required to have, you know, 3 or more things to get a protection order, and they just got away with it. The judge was just as dirty as these cops. Here they are, still following us. I mean, this is crazy. Hang in there, people, because this is going to get really good. This is just the beginning. But I just thought it was important to show you guys how long these cops follow us. And one of them's pulled up next to us right now and can see me. And he knows it's me. I think it was the service cop, if I remember right. Pulls up next. We look eye to eye. He knows it's me in the car. So these cops act like, you know, in the police report they didn't know it was me and blah, blah, blah. Like straight lying. And it's crazy, man. These departments will just cover up anything and everything. Still following. And of course, we're not going to give them a reason to pull us over no matter what. Doesn't matter how long it takes, we'll pull over and just stop and park and sit for 2 hours. There's another one off to the right waiting to join in the fun.
417.
I mean, this is, you know, this is considered gang stalking at this point.
If they just want to keep updated with what we're doing, we're currently at 9th and Union southbound.
So,
8412.
There, they just announced.
Be coming your way. It's gonna be an older model, like early 90s, blue car.
This is a different call.
Boxy style.
But there, what they were just talking about before that was right at this point, they've already called in for a canine unit to come join in from a different city because they didn't have one available. So from West Lafayette, the next town over, they're having a canine unit come to us to get involved in this, to run the dog on the car. And we haven't did anything. They don't even have a legal reason to pull us over, and they've already got a canine coming from a different city. You'll see he's giving our location each time we turn. But you'll see these cops will switch back and forth. I don't know if they think it somehow protects them, because they're all together. They're all doing this together, and it's obvious. You can watch it and hear it and listen to it all. But they switch up on who's behind us, you know, to help prevent them from, you know, getting like stalking charges or, you know, that kind of thing. Still following. So now there's basically, I think, 3 behind us still at this point. These cops are going to be pulling us over here just shortly on this street that we're on right now. But we're gonna drive around for a minute and come back and hit this street again, and that's when they pull us over, right here at that exact location. But like I said, we're using turn signals, we're stopping, we're, you know, in Indiana.
Signal to go west on Main.
In Indiana, at this time you were required to use your turn signal 200 feet before you turn or change lanes. After this stop and one of my other stops, they've changed the statute.
Once WL gets near downtown, just have them let us know and we'll try to get a stop then.
They said once the K9 is near downtown, because that's where I'm at right now, that they'll try to get a stop then. It's like, what do you mean you're going to try to get a stop? You've been trying to get a stop this whole time, but we're not giving you any legal reason to pull us over. Isn't that crazy? This is what they do to like everybody. I mean, it's ridiculous. This is why you got to record. You got to have cameras. So I'm in the police. That's the police department right there.
Circle's about to go back out onto Columbia.
I even pull into their parking lot. It's like, come on, if you're going to pull us over already. So we pull into the PD. And they still just wouldn't do anything. It's like, what are you doing? You guys are lunatics.
Check. Continuing westbound on Columbia. Doing circles around the area now.
1284, we're set back up.
Copy.
417, 421. What are we doing with this car?
We're planning to get a stop. They keep pulling off, though, and then we have to keep repositioning.
Copy. We'll pull it over into a parking spot in front of the courthouse on Columbia.
Did they signal?
Yeah, I don't know if 457 had any traffic violations all the way to here.
Negative. They're driving like angels.
You heard it there first. We're driving like angels. That's what the cop just said.
Driver popped the door open and closed it.
Lafayette, Units, Canine 108. I'm coming across the Harrison Bridge, 6 News now.
It's signaling as if it's about to go back out on the Columbia.
That was the West Lafayette canine cop saying, I'm basically almost there. I'm going across the Harrison Bridge. These cops are crazy.
It's back out on Columbia.
Watch as this cop pulls back onto the road. He's so preoccupied with conspiring against Chuck Bronson that he puts another motorist at risk. The guy actually has to swerve just so he can miss the cop.
It's crazy. We're going to turn right here and then look on the right since we're out the rear camera. You'll see, I think it's Salazar sitting there waiting. Right there. No headlights, no nothing. Just makes a U-turn across double yellow lines. Cut that car coming up, had to hit their brakes. I mean, it's just crazy. I'm not even analyzing all the, rules and infractions they're committing.
Get behind me and I'll peel off so someone else can try to follow for a minute.
See, he's even talking about switching up. So I'm not just the one following him the whole time. Like that makes a difference.
Ferry from a second. Is there a unit behind me that can swap me spots? Yeah. Copy, I'm going to make a right turn here if you want to keep on.
See? I mean, just open about it. So what's the point in switching up? You're all doing it together. The other 2 or 3 are just a block away at this point. This is crazy, man. It's like, I don't know how these cops think they can get away with it. I mean, I guess they do every day. They get away with this because people don't record. They don't get the body cams and dash cams. They just let them do it. Then they end up getting charges and then take a plea agreement. This has got to stop, people. You got to stand up for yourself. You cannot let cops go around just doing this to people. We have done nothing. We're not suspected of any crimes. Not even suspected of an infraction. But yeah, these cops will be pulling us over here shortly. Stay tuned, people. This is real live gang stalking. So this is a service cop. It's the same cops from the beginning, and then more have been jumping on. So right now there is at least 3 or 4 involved. And they're just like the next street over to the left, next street over to the right.
Where are you guys at now?
Nice.
That's the canine cop from West Lafayette saying, where are you guys at now? And he just said 9th and Ferry.
457 has anybody gotten out of the car? They're turning into 9th and Ferry now?
I mean, look at that. Just there. Like, come on. We're just like, oh my gosh, this is complete retaliation. And then, of course, like I said, they're going to act like in the end to their supervisors, like, we didn't know that was Chuck Bronson. We didn't know that was him. Yeah, right. Get real.
That'll be them. They took the alley.
I think we even might have killed the lights, too, for a second. Until they get back behind us. Here he comes. 2 of them, those 2 cops.
417, we're pushed down in the alley north of Ferry.
Yeah, let me know if 4.4 million is enough after you watch the entire video. I think this cop here pretty much uses his turn signal majority of the times. He runs stop signs and stoplights and does some other stuff, but from the majority of it that I've noticed, he has used his turn signal, which per their policy they're required to. People like to think cops are allowed to be above the law and they don't have to follow the law, but read their policies. Read the oath that they take when they're hired on. It's not the case.
We're a deer in Union. Turning on the Union.
So at this point, I believe this is the same cop that makes the traffic stop. I think he continues to follow us the rest of the time. I don't remember if they switch up again or not.
Where you guys still east on Union?
It's the West Side Canine cop.
No, it's pulling into Von Tobel's right now.
That's Salazar that just pulled in the gas station over there. He's the one that just said we're pulling into Von Tobel's too.
Lafayette, did you patch WL through, or are we on tipsy?
And I think that's why he kind of stays back. Just because of the protection order. But he's still involved in this 100%. I mean, he's totally violating it.
They're on channel 4 with us.
108, 457. We're behind 4 guns right now. About to go west on South PM.
Couldn't tell if that plate had a placard, like it was obscuring the expiration date or anything.
There he was asking if the plate had a placard obscuring the expiration date. Just looking for any reason. Even the dumbest reasons. It's crazy, man.
108, 457. We're still westbound on Columbia. I'll head back to your side of the river.
I mean, it's complete conspiracy. And they're conspiring against us. And planning and plotting with zero probable cause. With zero, reasonable, articulable suspicion. It's just ridiculous. We're getting close, people. But, yeah, I mean, this is ridiculous how long this has been already. Absolutely crazy. So now this is obviously the cops' dash cam. They're getting ready to pull us over here around the next turn or so. So right here, pay close attention. As soon as this cop comes around the corner, focus and pay attention to where we turn on our turn signal. Because this cop's going to say we didn't use our turn signal 200 feet before we turned. And so just pay attention. Right when you see that turn signal, boom, you can see where we're at. We're at the opening of these businesses.
That turn 200 feet.
Alright, I'll be behind you if you make this stop.
Lafayette, Nichols 27, Main and Perrin.
4.1, 457, Main and Perrin with 417 one way.
It doesn't look like anybody's in a hurry to jump out.
Hey, there's some box up there that he's putting his hands in.
He's what?
There's some box he's putting his hands in. It looks like a music box, but...
Passenger's reaching or something. Stand by. Hey, show us your hands. Show us your hands right now, passenger. Show me your hands! Hands! Show me your hands! Show me your fucking hands right now! Hey, somebody get up here. He's not going to see your hands. Show us your hands! Is there anybody in the back seat?
I don't see anyone.
Yeah, he's reaching.
There's a
show
box
me your
down
fucking
there.
hands! Passenger, show me your hands! Getting over. Unlock the car for me, Jones.
It's unlocked.
I'm gonna get K9.
All right. Yep, we're good.
Jones, unlock the car for me.
Got it.
Intercom. Driver, turn off the car. Hey, you're on the wrong radio.
Shut off the car now!
Driver, turn off the car now.
Executing, come to the middle. Hey, we might need the other end blocked off as well.
Lafayette 4602, what's our final stop?
Ferry surround. Just
Driver, roll down your window and put both hands outside the car now. Both hands outside the car.
Service, how many people did you see?
Just 2.
Put down your phone, keep both hands out, both visible. Passenger, now roll down your window and do the same. Both hands out of the car.
Passenger, both hands out the window, now!
Hey, keep your hands out the window.
Is passenger out the window?
No. Passenger's not complying. Both hands, passenger, both hands!
You guys do not comply. We will send the canine.
All right, he's got hands out.
Alright. Order the driver out, Joe.
Driver, now with both hands outside the car,
Passengers, or driver's listening, passengers not.
open the door from the outside of the car.
Passenger, do not move!
Open the door from outside the car. Outside of the car. There you go. Step out and raise both hands up over your head.
Take it off with your
Take it
left
off
hand.
with your left hand. Keeping both hands up, exit the vehicle facing away from us. Hands over your head.
He's got something on his right.
Face away from us.
Passenger, hands out the window!
Hey, face away from us now.
Driver, turn your left! Driver, turn your left now!
Sir, if you guys don't comply, we'll send the canine. We don't want to have to do that. Turn to your left.
Passenger, keep your hands out the window.
What do you guys want to do at this point? They're not complying. Keep giving them commands.
I'm just stopping him.
Driver, turn to your left. Face away from us. Thank
He
you.
had his hands down in front of him.
Now take a couple steps backwards. Keep your hands above your head.
Have him show us the waistband.
Instrument case.
Grab the back of your sweatshirt. Pull it up so we can see your waistband. There you go. No.
I can't do it.
Show us your entire waistband. Spin in a circle.
Keep spinning. Keep spinning. Stop.
Keep hands up over your head. Over your head. Hands over your head. There you go. Now walk backwards. Back. Stop.
Coming over.
Jones, I'll take it.
Go ahead.
Driver, step back. Back.
Hands over your head.
Back. Stop. Get on your knees. On your knees with your hands up.
Vehicle up ahead. You guys need to get out of the way.
Cross your ankles. Alright. Don't move.
We're good up here, fellas. Look for a cross street up ahead. Go around.
Because it has to, just relax.
Block off or something, but we're good right
Stay
now.
calm. Explain everything that's been done here.
421, I'm going to move over to the other side.
You're good. Let me know if you need to make more commands.
Yes, you can. Uncross, stand up. Okay.
All easy with you.
Are you good with commands?
Yeah, that's fine. We'll get to go.
Back up here. Your phone's right there. We'll get to
Why can't I have my phone?
We'll get it to you.
That's my phone.
Okay, just come back.
We're going.
Passenger with the free hand, open the car door from the outside!
But I need my phone to call them.
If you did something stupid, Crawford, and you just dip right.
I'm just going to place you in the back of this car.
Open the door, keep your hands out.
Here shortly. You don't have anything on you, do you?
Open the door, open it more.
Any weapons, anything? Okay. What's this on your hip right here?
Step out of the vehicle, face away from us.
Flashlight.
The flashlight?
Yes.
Wallet. What's this in your
Face
pocket?
away. Step
Keep your hands
backwards.
above your head.
Step back. Step back.
Okay, yes or no?
Stop. With your left hand, pull your shirt up and spin around so we can see your waistband.
I have my phone.
We'll get into let's have a seat for it right now.
Walk backwards. Keep walking. Keep walking. Keep walking. Stop. Walk
Just go and
left.
just lean in there, however.
Left.
You don't have to
Left.
sit upright.
Left. 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 Keep walking left.
Yep.
Stop.
Okay.
Take over.
Now walk backwards. Sorry. Walk backwards. Back.
Walk backwards, keeping your hands above your head. Back, 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 back. Stop.
Bring them all the way back. Keep stepping back.
Keep going back. All right. Keep walking backwards.
Keep walking backwards.
Back.
Keep walking backwards.
For sure.
Walking backwards.
Still harassing me.
You want to send him through the car first and we'll go, or do you want me to go out?
After the crime at this point, I'm not going to.
Okay, for sure.
Alright. Go ahead. Make some.
Passenger! Stick your hands out the window! Passenger, we see you! Stick your hands out the window right now!
What did I do?
I have no idea, my man. Just hang out for me. We'll get it figured out.
Can you get 12 here?
We're gonna.
Can you
There's
get the
we're gonna
lieutenant
go
here?
right here. There's already a supervisor here. You can talk to him here in a little bit.
We'll go past the
It's
side.
me. I'll be with you shortly. Do you have anything on you, sir? Any weapons, anything like that? Anything you know about? They're doing pretty cheap for me. Good? Yep. You're not strapped or anything, are you? Just go and just relax for me, okay? I don't know what's going on as much as you do, so we'll figure it out here. Okay. What's in your pocket right here is a lighter and stuff. Do you mind if I go in there? Okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Alright. You want to have a seat for me real quick? Hey, proper. Doesn't matter how you get in there. As long as you're in there. Lay back, whatever. Okay, hang out for me. Yeah.
So he was reaching into the case in front of his feet. There's a case, it's a black box. It's about the size of a gun case. He has a stupid giant flashlight in it. But he was.
So at this point, they all mute their body cams, and they start conspiring. And, you know, when we got pulled over, I got this big 100,000 lumen flashlight in the car, and I was trying to pull it out. And, yeah. That's Salazar on the right with the face mask. West Side Canine Cop is over there reeling up his thing. I mean, this whole thing is, you know, they planned this out.
Hey man, I'm Officer Service, Lafayette Police. So, the reason we did the high-risk stop is because when we went up there, when you guys weren't rolling down the windows or anything, I saw your passenger there reaching down, and I couldn't see his hands. So, anyway, that's why we did that. What's your name, man?
Can I get my lawyer on the phone?
I just need your name.
I just want to get my lawyer on.
Okay, well, you have to ID in Indiana for a traffic infraction, okay? So,
What's the
your name?
infraction?
You didn't signal within 200 feet.
That's a line of crap.
Like I said, you know, we made sure. So look right here, it'd be the left. Boom, right there, starts flashing. We're right in front of that opening. We have GPS coordinates. I went back and measured. Video recorded that. Of course, the
No, they didn't take a left turn 200 feet.
Alright, I'll be behind you if you make this stop.
They
Lafayette, Signal 27, main Aaron.
This dash cam has actual coordinates on it too, if you pay attention to it. When we show it here, it's showing, 200 feet from the entrance, the far entrance of that parking lot. And if you're watching the video, it's very comparable, and where it actually went on, where we actually used the turn signal, was 230 feet. And that's being kind. It was probably more like 250. But like I said previously, the law at the time was you have to use your turn signal 200 feet before you...
That's us. Pulling us over.
Before you, turn or change lanes. And after this, they took that away, and there is no distance now. So after this, we're going to move to a different clip that we're going to be using in the lawsuit. Part of showing a pattern of practices. Because I'm not the only person. I've witnessed them and recorded them doing this to people. Doing felony stops on innocent people, the wrong people. I mean, I've got thousands and thousands of videos of these cops mistreating people and violating rights. Well, I'm done letting them get away with it. I don't know about you.
Following the United States Supreme Court, the Indiana Court of Appeals has held a police officer's subjective motives are irrelevant, and a stop will be valid provided there is an objectively justifiable reason for it. This results in a paradox. The relevant statute requires an officer's good faith belief, but binding case law asserts that the substance of those beliefs don't really matter. Once you've been stopped, the police are allowed to detain you. This detention can't be indefinite, but it must last long enough to give the officer an opportunity to inform you of the reason for the stop, obtain your name and address, date of birth, have you sign a notice to appear, which is a fancy way of saying traffic ticket.
And the point of that is in the police report that the sergeant wrote, that's what they said was what made it okay for them to pull us over was this good faith belief, which is nothing. But cops that are ignorant and don't know case law and don't know actual law, don't know no better. They just don't know. Well, that or they're playing dumb, one or the other.
Hey, Brian, I'm going to read you something real quick, okay? I got to read this to you because you're being insane. Alright? I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to read it to you because you're not free to leave at this time, alright? Does that make sense? Okay.
Not really.
Alright, before we ask you any questions to understand your rights, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice for questioning. Have a lawyer present with you during questioning if you wish. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before questioning if you wish. If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you still have the right to stop answering questions at any time. You also have the right to stop answering questions any time until you've talked to a lawyer. You understand your rights?
No.
Okay, that's fine. So I'm not going to talk to you, but I just got to read that to you because you're in my car and you are not free to leave, okay?
No problem, man.
All right, just hang tight for me, my man. Somebody will be with you.
Appreciate it.
Yep. I just read him his Miranda, but I don't know what's going on.
This guy, the driver?
No, Brian. Brian's been read Miranda. He's in my car. He's sitting there, so.
Okay, and that's one over here, right?
Yes, Brian is the one in the Charger. Okay. Driver is in the Explorer, right there. But it's like, it was.
84, Signal 27. 28 Central, 616, Robert Charles Frank.
Hey, folks.
Yeah.
Need your key.
Yes, sir.
I don't have a dog's key anymore.
Oh, okay. My bad.
The only other thing is we both charge $100,000 per minute for this unlawful detainment, just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Body cam got it?
I mean, they're going to release them.
Sounds good.
So, alright.
We're done.
Okay.
Let's all take a quick mental recovery minute. No. Because we were defeated. You go ahead and get out of here. I am. I'm going to leave.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to you.
Well, you can't talk to you anyway, so.
Right.
This thing is a flashlight, too.
A what? You can go ahead and get them out. Who's Officer Servies? Who's Officer Servies that pulled you over?
If you've seen this video, you'll remember it's the exact same stop. And before I got the body cams, this is where they're charging $2,500 for the body cams. This video will be included in the case for pattern of practices. It's another felony stop against them where they pulled over the wrong car. And yeah, pretty much those people went through the same thing we did. But I think in that case it was a completely just wrong car. But felony stop, no crime, no nothing, just made up lies, forced, any made up reason they could to pull somebody over. It's crazy, people. There's so much more to this. But I didn't want to drag this out more than, an hour or anything. So, but stay tuned. There'll be more follow-ups. This is kind of like a major follow-up after the lawsuit was filed.
Now, I want to end this with a comment that Chuck pinned under his video. It comes from 88 MPH Dr. Brown. And he writes, "This leaves no doubt the department as a whole entity is conspiring to harass you. The open admission that they are planning to pull you over in a specific place in the future is bad enough. Technically, they could have gotten out of conspiring to intentionally violate Bronson's rights by lying and claiming they had already observed an infraction. The clear admission Bronson drove like an angel, 0 infractions, coupled with the plan to pull Bronson over, leaves no doubt they were operating in bad faith. The restraining order is just icing on the cake of corruption. If Bronson can't win with evidence in a case this strong, there's no chance for any of us to legally defend ourselves from blatant harassment." This is clear evidence of a police department in America conspiring against a fellow American who just wants to pursue life, liberty, and happiness. If they're doing this against Chuck, how many times a day do police departments all across America do this to other people? This should be front page news, and mainstream media should be talking about this every single day until there's a resolution. I'm Brian from Here's the Deal. If you enjoyed this video, maybe you'll like some of my others. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know, and don't forget to subscribe to my email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. If you want to support the channel, the links are in the description. You can also become a channel member and grab a hard-hitting conversation-starting design. You can put on a shirt, hoodie, mug, cell phone case, whatever you want. Remember, freedom is dangerous. The only thing more dangerous is not having it. I'll see you in the next video.